The summer isn't over yet, but everything is about to change. Episode 8 of The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3 is not just another episode, it's the breaking point. The moment where love, heartbreak, and truth collide. This finale promises to leave fans in shock, and the trailer gives us just enough to know that the calm of Cousins Beach is about to be shattered forever. The trailer for Episode 8 drops us right into the storm we've all been waiting for. 4 weeks we've watched Belly caught in the middle of two worlds. Conrad, the quiet, brooding love who has carried her heart since childhood, and Jeremiah, the warm, loyal soul who refuses to let her go. The trailer wastes no time reminding us that this is the summer where choices can no longer be delayed. Every glance, every word, every touch carries the weight of years of longing and unspoken feelings. The energy of this finale trailer is tense, almost electric. You can feel it in the way the camera lingers on the faces of our main characters. Cousins Beach, usually the backdrop of soft sunsets and carefree waves, suddenly feels heavier, like it knows it's about to witness history. This isn't just another episode, it's the final chapter of a summer that will never come again in the same way. From the very first seconds of the trailer, we hear the unspoken urgency in Belly's voice. She's no longer the girl simply drifting between moments. She's a young woman standing at the edge of her biggest decision yet. The trailer teases us with flashes Conrad staring off with that conflicted look that fans know too well. Jeremiah stepping forward with determination. In his eyes and Belly caught between them, her heart breaking no matter which way she turns. The editing is sharp, quick, and designed to make us hold our breath. It tells us one thing. Everything has been leading to this. But it's not only about the love triangle. This trailer reminds us that family and friendship are at the heart of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Laurel, Stephen, and Susanna's memories still cast long shadows over every scene. There's a sense that this finale will honor the past while forcing the characters to grow beyond it. Every smile feels tinged with sadness. Every laugh feels like the last before the storm hits. The trailer suggests that we're not just watching romance unfold, we're watching lives change forever. What makes this introduction to Episode 8 so gripping is how it plays with tone. One second we see sunlight and laughter, the next we see tears and confrontations. It mirrors the bittersweet feeling of summer itself, how quickly it can fade, how suddenly it can end. The contrast keeps us on edge. We know joy and heartbreak are racing toward each other. The finale will be where they finally collide. The hype around this episode isn't just about what happens between Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah. It's about what it all means. Fans are desperate to know if this finale will be about closure or about new beginnings. Will we walk away with tears of heartbreak or tears of hope? The trailer doesn't answer that question. It only stirs it deeper inside us, daring us to imagine every possibility. That's exactly what makes it so powerful. By the time the trailer fades out, one thing is clear. Episode 8 isn't promising us a quiet ending. It's promising a finale that feels like standing at the edge of a cliff, not knowing whether you'll fall or fly. The anticipation is overwhelming, and fans know that once this episode drops, nothing about this summer war these characters will ever be the same again. Asterisk, every great finale begins with the journey that brought us here. Season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride filled with sun-soaked laughter, piercing heartbreak, and the kind of choices that define a person forever. To understand what Episode 8 means, we have to look back at the storm that has been brewing since the very first episode of this season. From the start, it was clear that Belly wasn't the same girl we saw in Season 1. She carries the weight of heartbreak, the shadow of Susanna's loss, and the pressure of knowing her decisions could either heal or destroy the people she loves most. Season 3 has pushed her into moments where childhood innocence is replaced by the sharp edges of reality. Cousins Beach is still beautiful, still golden with memory, but it has become the stage for deeper struggles. The love triangle between Conrad and Jeremiah has been at the heart of every episode. Conrad, with his quiet intensity, represents the first love Belly could never forget. His silence often speaks louder than words, his emotions hidden beneath layers of pride and fear. Season 3 revealed more of his vulnerability, the cracks in his walls, the truth that his heart still beats for Belly even when he tries to push her away. Every scene between them is loaded with history, with that unshakable bond that began long before this summer. But Jeremiah has refused to stay in the background. This season, his warmth, his humor, and his open devotion to Belly have only grown stronger. Unlike Conrad, Jeremiah wears his heart on his sleeve. His fight for Belly isn't hidden, it's passionate, messy, and fearless. In Season 3, we've watched him step up, no longer content to be the brother left in the shadows. The rivalry between Conrad and Jeremiah has been unavoidable, and with each episode, it has become more explosive. Still, Season 3 wasn't only about love. It's also about family, about healing, about the ties that hold people together, even when everything else feels like it's breaking. Laurel's journey, as a mother coping with loss while trying to stay strong for her children, added depth to the season. Stephen, often the comic relief, has grown into his own voice, showing us that Cousins Beach isn't only about Belly's choices. It's about an entire family navigating love, grief, and change. And then there's Susanna. Even though she's gone, her presence lingers in every corner of Cousins. She's the reason these summers are so sacred. It's the reason these characters still return to this beach house like it's a temple of memory. Her absence is a wound that never fully closes. And this season reminded us that grief is not just about missing someone. It's about learning to live with their memory as a guide. What made Season 3 stand out is how it balanced nostalgia with maturity. Those warm montages of beach trips, bonfires, and laughter were always paired with scenes of heartbreak, confrontation, and painful truths. It's as if the season has been whispering all along. Growing up means realizing summer doesn't last forever. By the time we reached the final stretch before Episode 8, tensions had reached their peak. Belly has been torn between two loves. Yes, but more than that, she's been torn between two versions of herself. One version longs to hold on to the past, the first love, the comfort of what once was. The other dares to step into something new, something less certain, but no less real. Every episode has brought her closer to this impossible choice, and now the finale is where she must finally decide. Looking back, Season 3 hasn't been about who Belly ends up with, it's been about how much she's grown. The girl who once stumbled through summers dreaming of her first kiss is now facing the reality of love's consequences. Every fight, every stolen glance, every tearful confession has prepared her for the decision that lies ahead in Episode 8. And that's what makes this recap so powerful. We're not just watching a teenage romance, we're watching the story of how summers shape us, how love forces us to grow, and how letting go is sometimes the hardest choice of all. Season 3 has been building toward a finale that feels less like an ending and more like a turning point. A moment where everything changes. A moment where the summer I turned pretty becomes the summer we will never forget. Asterisk. The trailer for Episode 8 doesn't whisper, it screams. It doesn't simply tease the finale, it warns us. This isn't just another hour at Cousins Beach. This is the climax, the breaking wave that has been building all season long. From the very first frames, it's clear. Episode 8 is going to test every character in ways they've never been tested before. The trailer opens with a silence that feels heavy, the kind of silence that makes you brace yourself. Then, in flashes, we see them, Conrad, Jeremiah, and Belly, each carrying emotions that words can barely capture. Conrad's eyes are dark, searching, torn between wanting to let go and refusing to stop fighting. Jeremiah's gaze burns with determination, as if this is his last chance to prove that he is the one who can give Belly the love she deserves. And then Belly standing at the center, fragile yet unshakable, a girl who knows that no matter what she chooses, she will lose something she can never get back. The editing of this trailer is relentless. Quick cuts between laughter and tears, between warmth and storm. One moment we see the trio standing at the edge of the ocean, the waves crashing, as though echoing their turmoil. The next moment, we hear raised voices, frustration spilling over, long-suppressed truths clawing their way out. Every second is a reminder that this love triangle is no longer a sweet summer daydream. It's raw, it's real, and it's breaking apart the very foundation of their relationships. But what makes this trailer so unique is that it isn't just about romance. It hints at confrontations beyond love. There are glimpses of Laurel, her expression tight with worry, as though she knows this summer has taken its toll on her daughter. Stephen appears too, his usual lightheartedness absent, replaced by concern and maturity. Even in the background, Cousins Beach feels alive. It's almost like a character itself, no longer the safe haven of past summers, but the witness to choices that could shatter a family. And then there's the dialogue. It's just a handful of lines, but each one loaded with weight. Conrad's voice cracks as he says something we can't fully hear, but the emotion is unmistakable. It's a confession, a plea, or maybe both. Jeremiah's tone, sharper than we're used to, signals that he is done waiting, done holding back. Belly's voice cuts through like glass, not because it's loud, but because it's filled with a quiet desperation. She knows that choosing isn't just about love, it's about the future, about who she wants to become. The trailer also toys with us through symbolism. We see the three of them on the beach, with the tide pulling in, stronger and faster. We see a close-up of Belly's hand slipping from one of the brothers, the image blurry but unforgettable. We see a shot of the beach house lit up at night, the windows glowing like memories, but the inside filled with shadows. These images are more than visuals. They are promises that Episode 8 will carry both beauty and pain in equal measure. There are even hints of a bigger twist. A line cut abruptly, a tear on someone's cheek before the camera shifts away. A door slamming, leaving us wondering who walked away. The trailer doesn't reveal the answers, dares us to wait, to imagine, to fear. It tells us that while we think we know where this story is headed, we don't. Not yet. By the end of the trailer, we're left breathless. There's no soothing montage, no soft promise of a happy ending. Instead, it closes with an image of Belly, standing alone, framed by the ocean. Her expression is unreadable. Part sadness, part strength. It's the perfect metaphor for the finale. A girl who has carried love, loss, and memory through every wave of summer. Now standing on the shore of something new, something terrifying. Something final at Episode 8 is not offering us comfort. It's offering us resolution. Not the kind that ties everything neatly with a bow, but the kind that feels earned, that feels honest. The trailer makes it clear that this finale is going to hurt, but it will also heal. It will make us cry, but it will also remind us why we fell in love with Cousins Beach in the first place. And most of all, it will leave us asking the question we've been asking since day one. When the summer ends, who will still be standing by Belly's side? Asterisk, if the trailer for Episode 8 is the spark, then its themes and symbols are the fire that spreads through every frame. What makes The Summer I Turned Pretty so much more than just a love story is the way it uses moments, settings, and objects to speak louder than words ever could. In this finale, the trailer hints that everything we've seen all season, the love, the rivalry, the laughter, the heartbreak, will crystallize into one truth: summer's end. But the choices we make last forever. One of the strongest themes that pulses through this trailer is the inevitability of change. For Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah, summer has always been about comfort, returning to a familiar beach house, repeating rituals that make the world feel safe. But this season has shown us how fragile that comfort really is. The Cousins Beach house itself, usually the heart of joy, is cast in shadows during the trailer. We see it not as a home but as a memory in danger of fading. Its walls have absorbed every laugh, every argument, every secret. And now they're watching as these characters grow beyond them. It symbolizes the end of innocence, the bittersweet truth that we can't hold on to the past forever, no matter how hard we try. Then there's the ocean. The waves in this trailer are louder, rougher, almost menacing. Throughout the series, the sea has been a mirror of the characters' emotions, sometimes calm and playful, other times wild and unpredictable. In the finale trailer, the ocean feels like a warning. The tide is pulling, the waves crashing harder, as if nature itself knows the storm inside these characters is about to break. It's a reminder that love, like the sea, is something we can't always control. We can ride it, we can fight it, but we can never stop it from changing shape. Another striking symbol is light versus shadow. We see Belly lit by soft sunlight in one shot, then swallowed by darkness in the next. This visual contrast tells us her choice isn't simply between Conrad and Jeremiah, it's between two paths of her own life. One represents holding on to the love she's always known, the other stepping into something uncertain but new. Shifting light symbolizes the pull between who she was and who she's becoming. It's less about romance and more about identity, about who Belly wants to be when the summer finally ends. The theme of memory and legacy also lingers like a ghost. Susanna may be gone, but her presence threads through this season like golden threads in a fraying tapestry. The trailer carries her spirit in the way characters look back at the house, the beach, and each other. It's a reminder that grief isn't just about loss, it's about how the ones we love shape every decision we make afterward. Susanna's love gave these characters summers filled with magic, and now her absence forces them to grow in ways they never expected. Episode 8 seems to promise a finale where every decision carries the weight of her memory, as though she's still guiding them from afar. And let's not forget the love triangle itself, symbol of youth, choice, and consequence. Conrad and Jeremiah aren't just two brothers. They represent two different kinds of love. Conrad is the deep, complicated first love, the kind that feels inevitable, even when it hurts. Jeremiah is the steady, open love, the kind that feels safe, full of hope and possibility. Belly's struggle is more than just choosing between them. Choosing between holding on to the past and daring to embrace the unknown. The triangle itself symbolizes growing up, because sooner or later, we all learn that love isn't about having everything. It's about making a choice and living with it. But perhaps the most powerful theme of all is endings and beginnings. The trailer closes on an image of Belly by the sea, her face unreadable. That silence, that single frame, speaks volumes. It's the symbol of transition, the moment where childhood slips into adulthood. Every summer ends, but with its end comes the start of something else. Episode 8 isn't just the finale of a season, it's the finale of a chapter in these characters' lives. The trailer doesn't tell us what's coming next. It only promises that after this, nothing will ever be the same when we strip away the dialogue, the romance, the confrontations. What remains is this. The Summer I Turned Pretty has always been a story about change. About how summers shape us, how love scars us, and how endings carve out the people we're meant to become. The trailer for Episode 8 makes it clear that the finale won't shy away from that truth. It will embrace it. It will force Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah to step out of the safety of memory and into the uncertainty of tomorrow, and that is why the themes and symbols of this finale matter so deeply. They remind us that this story isn't just about one summer, or even one choice. It's about all of us. The way we cling to moments, the way we fight against change, and the way we learn that, sometimes, letting go is the only way to grow.